My brother, this is how you manifest. This is how you manifest. Bro, pay attention, focus. Because if you actually want to transform your fucking life and go from where you are now to that dream you hold in your mind, lock in. I went from a broke supermarket worker with £4.19 in my bank account, skinny as fuck, lost, terrible habits, right? Crippled by weed, alcohol, porn, all of these things that are most likely holding you back, my bro, to going on to transforming my life, making over $1 million online, having freedom in all areas of my life, and achieving everything that I set out to achieve when I was a younger man. And now I'm just taking what I've learned over these years and I'm applying it to get to the next level in my life. Okay, how do you manifest? You need to understand you have two minds, because I talk about this all the time on my channel and I'm convinced people hear what I'm saying, but they don't understand what I'm saying. They hear the message, but they don't understand it. Because I've seen people that watch my content and they've been watching it for years now, but they're in the same place. They're still broke. They're still looking like shit. They still don't have the right habits because you're not applying the information, bro. Now, understand you have two minds. You have your conscious mind, which says, I want this, I want that, I need to do this, I need to do that. But then you have your subconscious mind, which is always, every single time, without doubt, going to overpower the conscious mind. It is 40,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind. You understand that, bro? So if you're just going out there into this world, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna change my life, bro. I'm gonna change my life. Yeah, bro, let's change our life. Let's set up the business. And then a week later, you're still in the same position, fucking around, being a loser, bro. It's because you're not working with the subconscious mind. That is that simple. Undeniable, bro. What you want and what you actually truly want deep down within are two different things. You can say you want one thing, but if your actions and your emotions and your thoughts are against that, you ain't gonna get it, bro. You are not gonna get it. Full stop. Your subconscious mind is governing your entire reality. Your subconscious mind, again, bro, if you're not paying attention to this, bro, you're gonna fucking lose in life. I'm telling you right now. You're just sitting there. If you're just sitting there, I don't know what I'm doing right now. If you're just sitting there like that, like a simp, right, just consuming content, you're never gonna transform, bro. Change your fucking state. Get into a high energy right now. Because if you want to transform your life, if you want to retire your parents, if you want to live a life of freedom, if you want to do all of those things you say you want, you better pay attention, bro. Because this is the realest thing you're ever gonna hear. Your subconscious mind is governing your entire reality. It's made up of your beliefs, your emotions, and your habits. Okay? Your beliefs, your emotions, and your habits are what create your reality, yes or no? If you have a belief that making money is hard, that will play out in your reality. Beliefs are not true in themselves. They become true in our experience if we believe them. Beliefs shape our reality. Emotions, okay? Energy in motion. The emotions that we put out into the universe is what we're going to draw back to us. Okay, the energy we put out is what we're going to draw back to us, and it's going to determine how we show up in the physical world. All right, because the state that you're in, the emotions that you experience is how you're going to create. If you have emotions of abundance, if you have emotions of worthiness, if you have emotions of I am successful, right? Happiness, joy, peace, love. How are you going to show up in comparison to if you have emotions of unworthiness, lack, doubt, confusion, scarcity? Think about that. All right? And let's backtrack a little bit. Beliefs are thoughts, okay? Thoughts are energy. Emotions are energy in motion. Action is motion. That brings me into the last point. Habits. Habits become automatic programs in our subconscious mind, same as the emotions, same as the beliefs. They all become automated programs in the subconscious mind, and these drive your reality. And it doesn't matter how hard you try to override that consciously, the subconscious will always win. The subconscious controls about 90 to 95% of your reality. And you're here thinking you're just going to push your way to your goal, bro. You think you're just going to figure it out by just walking along, bro. No, bro, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's your subconscious mind you have to reprogram. You have to transform. Ways you can do that, two of the most powerful ways without actually applying any techniques. One is environment and two is associations. That's why I built Brotherhood, because you have the environment, you have the associations, right? That's going to subconsciously rewire your brain, because you're going to see other people winning. You're going to see other people getting results. You start to go, oh, well, that's normal. If you're surrounded by losers in your life right now, if you're surrounded by people that are not winning or don't have the results you want, check their results, check your results, they're going to be in correlation, because you are who you surround yourself with. But this is how you manifest, guys. You manifest by simply instructing the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is feminine. The conscious mind is masculine. Again, this is why so many of you are so fucking weak, because you're feminine. You have a pussy mindset. You have a bitch mindset. You can't even do what you said you were going to do. You can't even overpower your snooze button, bro. You can't even overpower the screen that you're watching this on. It literally has more power than you as a man. You can't even hit the gym. You can't even do these basic things that men should do, and you wonder why you ain't getting the results you want to get. Your conscious mind is masculine, bro. It commands. The subconscious mind obeys. The subconscious mind is impressionable. It needs to be led. So if you can't even do basic things like not snooze your alarm, your subconscious mind goes, bro, we have no hope. That's why it's so important that you have routines, you have discipline, you have goals, you have plans, because that is a part of the conscious, logical mind. If you don't have that dialed in as a man, you're going to default to your feminine bitch side, and then you go, oh, let's do what we feel like. Let's just snooze the alarm. Let's just procrastinate today. Let's just, because you're operating out your feminine, bro. Now, the feminine is beautiful, because when you start to work with your feminine side, this is the mistake I would say that a lot of guys make, right? And this is what I had to do. I'm looking fucking swole. The mistake that guys make, is this. They either go on one side of the spectrum too much, right? So they'll either be too much in their masculine and they're not using their feminine to attract, to be in a flow, to align with the reality they want, or they're too in their feminine and they're not actually going after their goals. You have to balance the two. And this is where I'm so heavy on visualization and using the mind to program into my subconscious with commands, with direction, so my subconscious mind will obey what I tell it to do. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, brother? This is why, again, the more you build up character, the more you strengthen your identity as a man by doing masculine things like waking up on time, hitting the gym, eating clean, having goals, having plans, doing the work. You start to have more confidence in yourself. You start to believe in yourself more and understand the subconscious mind is always observing, always paying attention to how you're actually treating yourself. So if you're treating yourself like a little bitch, it goes, okay, we're a bitch, right? Because it doesn't understand. It can be programmed, it can be impressed, it can be told what to do. Now, how do we actually do that? There's many ways we can do this. Again, inside of Brotherhood, I give you the entire framework, breaking everything down in vivid detail. Like every step you need to reprogram your mind, to get clear on your goals, to get clear on your visions, all of that. So hit Brotherhood, join right now. Anyway, how we go about doing this, we have to take control of our thoughts, our emotions, and basically the actions we're going to take. Now, number one, thoughts. How do we take control of our thoughts? Well, you need to have clear visions, bro. You have to have a clear vision of the life you're building and what it is you actually want in this life. If you haven't thought about what it is you actually want, right? Really think about this. If you haven't taken a step back to think about what you truly want, how are you ever going to manifest it? How are you ever going to create that in your reality, my bro? You're not. Manifestation is basically consciousness. It's the awareness of that thing. The awareness first begins in your mind, then it's projected into your outward reality. Understand, you only see 0.0035% of this reality, meaning everything is a perception of the internal world. If you want to see it in your external world, you have to first see it inside, in your mind. You have to see the images. You have to mix that with emotion. Then it will be reflected to your outward reality. Understand, any successful person, they always saw it in their mind first, then their external world catches up to them and reflects back to them how they already feel and what they already believe from within. Are you following me, bro? Again, you might hear this content, you might listen to it, but bro, you need to understand it, because I am telling you right now, this is how you bend reality. This is how you create the life you dream of. This is how you manifest. It's all done within the subconscious mind, bro. People hear the message, value, bro. Fuck value. Application is the key. All right? How many YouTube videos have you watched that were valuable? Bro, let's move on. The point of the matter is this, yeah? The subconscious mind is going to take whatever you give it and it's going to accept it and play that out in your reality. So you have to have, number one, is a clear vision. What is the life you're building for yourself? What is the reality you're building for yourself? Where are you living? How much money are you making? What kind of business do you have? In detail, bro, not vague, detail. If you give it vague inputs, it will give you vague outputs. Just question right now, yeah? Like the common question I ask people, what's your vision? Oh, I don't really know, bro. Well, you do fucking know, because you're achieving it right now. So if your reality is bullshit and you don't like it, well, guess what, bro? That is what you have been impressing into your subconscious mind over the past few months. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you are not living the reality that you want from let's say 3 months ago, 6 months ago, you have been impressing into your mind the wrong inputs. Now, manifestation is not about time, bro. It's about energy. Time is not real. Time is an illusion. You are the person who's separate from the goal. That reality you see in your mind is already actually a real thing happening right now, just in another timeline. All right? It's not about time to achieve the goal. It's about you matching that frequency, that energy, that vibration by aligning with it. How do you align with it? Well, number one is you get clear on it, like I said. Number two is you then need to clarify the identity of that man who's living that reality. Again, if you're looking at your future reality, yeah, and you're like, boom, this man is, I don't know, for example, he's operating from an energy of love. He's operating from an energy of power, aggression, right? Certainty. You need to step into that now. You have to get fucking clear on the man you would be at that fucking level, bro. This is how, again, I bent my reality, because I started to look at who would that guy be. And this is going to require as well reflection, because at different times in your life, there's going to be different phases you're going to step into, different identities you're going to step into. You feel me? So once you start to clarify that, yeah, you like, who would that guy be, bro? Who would that guy be? First say who you would be and then do what you have to do. Everyone's like, what do I need to do? Bro, you've been doing and it ain't working, my bro. Do all you want. It's not about that. The energy does not respond to what you do and the action you take and forcing it. The universe, God, responds to your energy you're putting out. The frequency you're putting out, the vibration you are putting out, bro. That's what it responds to. That is what it responds to. You feel me? So you could be sitting there doing. I know many people that do, bro. They do more than me. I'm winning more than them. Because again, it's like, let's take for example, you go to the gym, you have two people. They're both lifting weights. One guy's just lifting the weight like a little pussy, right? Just swinging it around. Whereas I go in there, slow and controlled. Yeah, nice and slow, going down. Boom. Right, another example, doing. A guy leaves the gym, he goes and eats, but he doesn't eat the amount of calories he should, or he's eating shit food. He's still doing, he's still taking action, but he's not being the guy. Because the guy who's fucking jacked, the guy who's already winning in that level of his life, yeah, he's like, I'm a fucking G, bro. I'm a fucking boss. I'm committed. And he puts out a different energy. So what does he do? He shows up. So when you go to the restaurant, like yesterday, I sit down, I say, yeah, give me rice and double chicken. Simple as that. Where I know people, let me get a pizza. Well, bro, you don't want to achieve your goal. Let me just get the pasta. You don't want to achieve your goals, bro. Because if you was aligned with that reality, you would be acting differently now. You don't get jacked and then you start eating clean. It's the other way around. But the reason you start eating clean, it's not just, I want to get jacked. It's because you're like, I know who the fuck I am, bro. I know who the fuck I am. So I do the things required with that guy. Identity. The person you see is the person you will be. From being, we do. From doing, we have. Again, these are undeniable facts, bro. These things I'm teaching you now are going to if you just take a step back and really understand what I'm saying, yeah, you're going to transform your life, bro. But again, most of you are just going to be like, oh, next video, let me go and watch this guru talking about business hacks. Bro, you guys, man. I know the real ones watch my channel. That's why I just do these in black and white and I just keep it raw and real, because I don't want to fucking try and tell you some bullshit that ain't going to actually change your life, because what I'm saying here is undeniable facts, bro. It's undeniable. So you got the vision. What is it you want? Again, we cover this in Brotherhood. Just join. It's a 7-day trial. If you have to overthink joining a 7-day trial, good luck succeeding in life, bro. Because indecision is what losers do. Winners move with speed. Winners take action. The other day, I saw a guy on YouTube. I said, this guy can help me. I messaged him on Instagram. Within 5 minutes, I'd already paid him the invoice saying let's work together. And it wasn't cheap. That's how we do it, though, because we are action takers. We move with speed, bro. So hit the link below and join the 7-day trial and level up your life. Anyway, vision, number 1. 2 is identity, all right? Number 3, you need to understand your emotional drivers, understanding why you're actually doing what you do. If you don't know why you're doing what you do, you ain't going to take action, bro. One of my quotes is this, right? Goals create interest. Vision is what creates... Goals create interest. Reasons why create commitment. You see what I'm saying to you? That's my quote, bro. You heard it here first. Goals create interest. Reasons why create commitment. If you do not have compelling reasons why, at the first hurdle, you're going to quit. The first setback, the first rejection, the first whatever, you're going to go, this isn't for me. It ain't about you, bro. It's about your reasons why. And I guarantee you now, if you attach bigger reasons to your reasons why outside of you, like for me, Brotherhood, for example, impact 1 million lives, bro. Long-term vision is impact 1 million brothers' lives. Go into schools and teach these concepts to brothers, young men, young boys in schools. I get chills through my body when I say that. Imagine me being in a school, bro, teaching this stuff to young boys. Bro, insane. Going on to help fathers and make families better, bro. Oh, I get chills, bro. You see this? My reasons why are compelling, bro. When I think about me and my family and my wife and my children. Oceanfront home, bro. Sun is setting. I'm looking around. My wife's there. My children are there. I'm swole. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of love. I'm rich. I'm happy. Living by purpose, living by mission. All my vices are gone. They're already gone, but you get my point, bro. You see that? You got to have reasons why, bro. Bigger than yourself. Bigger than yourself, all right? They have to be compelling. They have to be exciting. There's another quote I came up with, right? Let me try and remember it. If the goal doesn't move you emotionally, it won't move you physically. Oh my days, bro. I'm a philosopher out here, guys. You understand this? If the goal doesn't move you emotionally, it won't move you physically, bro. Tell me them quotes there aren't savage, bro. Goals create interest. Reasons why create commitment. If the goal doesn't move you emotionally, it won't move you physically, bro. Oh my days. Bro, beautiful. Philosopher John out here, man. But listen, brothers, this is how you manifest, right? You have to see it in your mind. You have to be able to experience it. You have to mix it with emotion, okay? And you have to know and see the guy in the process. Do you understand what I just said? This is how you manifest, bro. You see it in your mind first by constructing the vision of the reality you want. You are seeing the process of the man, seeing him working out, seeing him be disciplined, seeing him and experience being the guy. And then you're mixing that with the emotional reasons why, which is going to raise up your emotions and your energy, which is going to put out a different frequency, vibration, and energy into the universe, bro. Like, if you understand this, yeah, you will get whatever you want. You will get whatever you want, bro. I could dive into the visualization and how to actually visualize, but I'm going to save that for another video. So subscribe for that or go to brotherhood.co. We cover it in there, man. But bro, if you understand what I've just said in this video, your life will never be the same again. If you want to get mentored by me, hit Brotherhood. Just join Brotherhood, bro. Stop procrastinating. I can transform your life. You can join for 7 days. If you like it, you stay. If you don't, you can leave. Simple as that, bro. You can jump on calls with me, ask me questions. I'm in there putting content in there that I can't share on YouTube because it's just too valuable. And I only want it to be accessible to savages and winners. And brothers, look, welcome to the realest channel in the men's self-development space. What I'm talking about here is undeniable. Undeniable. I don't care what anyone else says. Everyone's working on the external, bro. Doing, taking action, trying to work with their conscious mind. Bro, the conscious mind is weak in comparison to the subconscious mind. Use your conscious mind to program into your subconscious mind your dreams, your goals, your desires, the identity, the reasons why. Then the subconscious mind will take over. Then you're going to effortlessly and easily flow towards your goals, my bro. Bro, who does this? Who sits down and talks this much value, this much energy for 20 minutes without stuttering once? Only someone being guided by higher powers. Only someone with the purest intentions to serve you and give you the truth and not try to bullshit you into something, bro. You don't hear me talking about nonsense on this channel, do you? Bro, master yourself. Everything will come to you in abundance. My brother, God bless. Brotherhood.co to level up your life. No slacking.